180. Today we're talking about how to adjust macros on cycle by Europharma. So in this one, we're gonna have gonna be a pretty simple layout. So it's gonna be a good one for you to go back and kind of use as a reference point. But we're gonna go over what are macros, what does that even mean? We're gonna go over the best cutting macro cycles, best bulking, best recomping, best strength training, best conditioning. We tried to cover pretty much any scenario of what you're going to be trying to accomplish in your fitness goals. First, let me remind you really quick, if you want our podcast to keep going, we need your help. We need you to like, we need you to sub, we need you to comment, we need you to give us reviews, all that good stuff. We are on Apple, we're on Apple, we're on Spotify. If you go on Apple Podcasts, we are there. Someone was saying he couldn't find us on Apple. You can't go to just the music. You got to go to the podcast section of Apple. That's where we're going to be. Same thing with Spotify. So we are on there as well. You can listen to us while you're driving. You can listen to us while you're in the gym. So got to help us out and help the algorithms pick up our podcast. The problem with our podcast is the algorithms don't like our podcast as it is because of the stuff we talk about. So, we talk about these underground topics that these other podcasts don't. That's why these other podcasts talk about gossiping. They're like little church women at church, gossiping about each other and all this stuff and starting these fake wars with each other and all this stuff and all that drama, because that is what the algorithms like. That's what advertisers like. They don't want us to talk about steroids, obviously, because this is very underground stuff. So we need your help to help us get the algorithm going so we can keep this podcast going. So let's start off with, what are macros? So when someone talks about macros, it's not just necessarily talking about,